This is day 118 of the What Sold series. The first sale of the day is this Polo Ralph Lauren Henley waffle knit thermal in a men's large. This sold in 5 days for a best offer of $26 plus shipping. I actually really like this item. I think it's cool. The print on it is obviously great. And I think this is actually a good deal. $26 plus shipping for this nice pattern on this Polo Ralph Lauren Henley. So I think this was good for both me and the buyer. So number 2 is this vintage camber chillbuster sweatshirt. I've never heard of this before, but it just seemed kind of out of the ordinary. It was like thermal lined. So I looked it up and I found it, and it was a decent item. I did have a few flaws on it. I think the comps when I listed this were actually better, quite a bit better than what it sold for. It took 5 months to sell and it sold for a best offer of $20 plus shipping. I don't think there was a lot of comps. If I remember correctly, it's been 5 months. But I think that the sales on these were closer to 30 or 40 bucks. But after 5 months, I'm happy to move it for 20 bucks plus shipping and just move on to the next item after that long. So number 3, this is a nice print on this Rain Spooner Dietrich Varese Hawaiian shirt. This is in a men's size large, and I've said it before that any of the ones that have an Asian print on them seem to sell really well. This one was no different. It had some koi fish, looked like a bonsai tree, a few other things, and it sold in 2 months for a best offer of $65 plus shipping. So number 4, this is actually my second time selling this, and I'm pretty sure that the buyer's going to return it. I think that there's just something off with the sizing of it. The first buyer thought it should be a women's. I double checked when I got it returned. The zipper's on the right side, and the sleeves look like it should be a men's size sleeves. It just fits a little bit too snug for a size large. So I did add that it was slim on there, even though there's nothing saying that it's slim. I just added that into the title to make it more known that this was a slimmer fitting jacket. But this is a Volcom snow jacket, new with tags. It sold in 3 days of relisting it after the first buyer returned it. Sold in 3 days for full price, $200 plus shipping. But like I said, that buyer is most likely also returning it. So when I get it back this time, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Probably do a little bit more research. And if I do relist it as men's and confirm 1000% again that it is still men's, then I will probably just list it as a medium. And hopefully that will help get it sold and not returned. But who knows? Maybe the current buyer will keep it this time and it'll all work out still. So number 5 is this pair of Polo Jeans Co. They're like it's like a low-end brand of Ralph Lauren. Let me show you guys the tag for them real quick. The Polo Jeans Co. Most of their stuff's pretty low-end. And this is a pair of cargo shorts from them in a men's size 34. These took over a year to sell, and they sold for a best offer of $6 plus shipping. I can't think of anything that I really pick up from Polo Jeans Co. So probably all their stuff is just a pass. So number 6 is an Ariat Western shirt in a men's 2XL tall. This is a pretty plain one, but it's sold in 27 days for a best offer of $22 plus shipping. Like I said, it's pretty plain, so what's really selling this is the size, 2XL tall. That's a pretty good size for a shirt like this. So number 7 is this Dry Joys FootJoy wind shirt. It's a half zip, and it sold in 10 months for the full sale price of $20.07 plus shipping. So number 8 is this Polo Ralph Lauren polo shirt in a men's 2XL tall. This one sold in 2 months for a best offer of $15 plus shipping. I normally don't pick up these plain Polo Ralph Lauren polos, but since this one is in a good size 2XL tall, I decided to grab it, and it was a decent seller. So number 9, an amazing item I love selling in either men's, women's, or kids, Patagonia Better sweaters. This one is a full zip, which also adds a little bit more value. It did have a few flaws on it, but these still sell well no matter what. This sold in 4 days for a best offer of $40 plus shipping. If this didn't have any flaws, it probably would have sold for $60 plus shipping. So number 10 is a pair of Lululemon workout shorts in a men's medium. These sold in 5 days for a best offer of $25 plus shipping. That's pretty standard for these. They're about $25 items, and they usually sell pretty quickly as long as you don't price them too high. So number 11 and the worst sale of the day was this pair of Pebble Beach golf shorts in a men's size 38. They took over a year and a half to sell, and they sold for a best offer of $3.81 plus shipping, and I'm just happy to see them go. So number 12 is this Jamespirt shirt in a men's size 3. This was one of the ones that was made in USA. It took 37 days to sell and it sold for full price $25 plus shipping. I honestly have not figured out this brand very well still. I know a lot of resellers love to sell it, and some of the items sell decently for me. Like, this isn't a bad sale, but I just don't know which items are the best ones to sell, which ones sell the fastest, how high I can price some of these items and still get them to sell relatively quickly. So I am still figuring out this brand. I've probably sold, I don't know, 20 to 30 items from them within the past year or two. But like I said, I'm still just not an expert and I still don't understand the brand that well. Sale number 13 is a vintage No Fear Hawaiian shirt in a men's medium. This took over a year to sell and it sold for a best offer of $10 plus shipping. It's a cool item. It's vintage, but there's just not a lot of demand for No Fear Hawaiian shirts, so it didn't sell for that much, but I am just happy to get it sold. Sale number 14, another item that got returned and had to get sold twice, was this vintage military bomber flight jacket. It was just in a small size, a men's 36, but it was a goatskin one, and it was in really good condition as far as the leather goes. I think it was missing a button, but it was in pretty good condition. It sold same day being relisted after getting the return back for $130 plus shipping, and the buyer actually messaged me tonight telling me how happy they were. I guess they had a almost identical one that burned down or was burnt up when their house got burned down, and they were just super ecstatic to get this one. So it's really nice getting those stories, and obviously that is going to be a positive review and just another happy customer. So number 15 is this Polo Ralph Lauren like Henley hoodie. It did have like the rugby circle in the middle of it and was a little bit thicker. This one sold in 2 months for full sale price of $27 plus shipping. And it did have a few small flaws on it. If not, this would have probably been a $30 to $35 item. Sale number 16, an item that's been selling really well for me is a pair of Viore joggers in a men's size XL. These sold in 4 days for full price $30 plus shipping. And they were like this green color, which probably isn't the most desirable color, but they still sold quickly and for full price. So if I found a pair of these in black or gray, I'd be tempted to price them even like $10 higher and see if they sell just as quickly for full price. Sale number 17 is this vintage Woolrich Flannel shirt in a men's large. This is one that's made in the USA, and it is one of the thicker flannels. This one sold in 5 days for full price $30 plus shipping, and I'm just super happy with that sale. Woolrich stuff usually sells pretty well as long as it's vintage and as long as it is wool, so I'm not really surprised by this sale. I think I priced it spot on. Maybe I left a few dollars on the table, but it was a quick sale. Sale number 18 is this spider sweatshirt in a men's medium. It was a quarter zip. It was also new with tags, but it took 8 months to sell still, and it only sold for $20 plus shipping. Some of these I think are sold at Costco and maybe some other like discounted retailers. So you really have to know with the spider jackets which ones are the nicer ones and which ones are the cheaper ones. This must have been one of the cheaper ones. I'm not an expert in spider. Here I am telling you guys what I sold and all the items that I'm not an expert in, but I'm definitely not an expert in spider and which jackets and sweatshirts are better and worse than others. I think what would have helped this one sell for more money and quicker is if I called it a jacket instead of a sweatshirt. I have started doing that with some of these items that can go either way. But that's actually, we have one more sale. The 19th sale of the day and the final sale was this Rain Spooner Hawaiian shirt in a men's large. This was one of the Guy Buffett ones. Let me show you guys that tag. I have historically said that this was not a very good seller, but I've been proven wrong a lot in the past maybe 4 months or so. Many of these have sold pretty well in the $30-ish range. This one was no different. It sold in 46 days for $30, so full price plus shipping. I think maybe I was just pricing these too high before. Maybe I was pricing them in the $40-ish range, and that was probably too high. Now that I'm pricing accurately, they're selling quickly and for a decent amount of money. They don't have like a very good print on them. A lot of them have what it looks like they're at like a party or a wedding or something, but they're still selling decently, so I'm going to keep picking them up and keep selling them. That's it for the sales. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for day 119 of the What Sold series. Peace.